January transfer window has come and it has gone, and Liverpool have signed, well, no one. Arne Slot has spoken about this, but the question still remains, was this the right call for Liverpool Football Club by not acquiring anyone in this transfer window, or will it come back to bite them in the end? Now, in the January timeframe, there were rumours here and there about Liverpool perhaps going for a last-minute purchase of a centre-back, but those rumours were quickly dispelled by Arne Slot, saying that no, he favours the squad that he has. He emphasised that he trusts them and that he really likes the chemistry that he has in the players that he has at his disposal right now. There's a lot of trust in this squad and in this team, and he believes that he's got the correct pool of players to see out the season in a successful manner. So this made the transfer window very, very quiet for Liverpool Football Club. This is not the first time it's been like that. We've seen this type of thing, or this trend, under Jurgen Klopp as well, and Liverpool opting not to buy or bring in any talent in the mid-season window, and rather opting to go for bigger names, bigger talent, and bigger scouting opportunities at the end of the season. And it seems that Arne Slot is happy to wait out until the summer to do just that. And here is why this could actually work. There are three main reasons that I can think of, and the first one is squad stability. So bringing in new talent midway through the season could unsettle the squad that Liverpool really have now, and I don't think that's what Arne Slot really wants to do. He wants that stability that he has in this team. I mean, this team has done phenomenally well coming out of last season into this season and have gelled really well. So you want to keep things as stable as possible if you want to see success throughout to the rest of the season and right up to the end. So I think Arne Slot is just wanting to push through with that squad stability. The second thing is that it favours returning players, especially players who are coming back from injury. If I think of Konate, who was injured earlier this season, came back, slotted in very well. There's Chiesa as well, was out with injury for some time, coming into the squad, just absolutely gelling well, having trained with the squad for quite some time, even through injury time, and now gelling very, very well. Trent Alexander-Arnold also easing back in from a slight injury scare. So you want to keep things as familiar as possible and make it easy for returning players to just slot in and keep that continuity. The third thing is that it leaves open this prospect for bigger summertime signings. And this is what Liverpool really want to do. I think for now, they're just going to be doing their match analytics and player analytics throughout the rest of the season, focusing on who they really want to come in during that summer window period, and making sure that they can really bolster the team with some good quality that is available at the end of the season. And those are my top three reasons why I think this is a good decision. But in all honesty, we have to look at the flip side as well. Why could this potentially also be a bad decision? Well, number one, squad depth is something or somewhat of a concern for me. Liverpool do look stretched a little thin. And if I'm thinking about that midfield, and what am I specifically speaking about? I'm speaking about Ryan Gravenberg. Big concern for me. If anything happens to this lad, what happens to that double pivot that Liverpool plays, where he is, as I've said before, the puppet master pulling the strings? If anything happens to this particular player, what does Liverpool do? Will it unsettle their whole style of play and how they dominate the midfield in games like they have done throughout the season? So a little bit of concern there for me is just that squad depth could have been handled a little better. I think we need more talent in that particular area. The second thing is this could be a missed opportunity. If I think of teams like Arsenal, teams like Manchester City, even Aston Villa have gone to market and made their squads stronger. Liverpool perhaps missing out on an opportunity here to snatch talent while it is available, just making the squad a little stronger a fantastic, strong squad that they have already, but making it even more strong. I think there's a bit of a missed opportunity over there. The third factor here is fatigue. I'm very, very worried about that. I've touched on this in my previous video, but I'm afraid that some of the players might start feeling the pinch as we get to the end of the season. Liverpool's still in it in 4 competitions, and it's a lot of football that needs to be played, and games are heating up. We're getting to knockout phases in the cup competitions, and then, of course, with a string of difficult fixtures still lying ahead, I'm thinking that Liverpool still has to play Arsenal again. They've got 2 matches coming up against Everton. They've still got to play Tottenham, and they've got to play Chelsea. Tough teams, and not saying that any of the others are going to be easier, but it's a lot of football, and fatigue could be a huge factor, and therefore talent over here would have been somewhat of an advantage for Liverpool. So was it the right decision? I don't know. It all depends. If Liverpool go ahead and win the Premier League and they win another cup or whatever it will be, we'll look at this situation in hindsight and say, hey, Arne Slot got this spot on. Fantastic, well done, and he knew what he was doing. If Liverpool, however, fail again to reach a quadruple, or they fail to win the Premier League or a cup or 2, we'll look back at this and say this was a missed opportunity and they could have done a lot better. But I don't know how I feel about all of this. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your comments are. Did Arne Slot and Liverpool get this right? Or could they have done better by acquiring some talent in this January time frame? Let me know. And as always, you'll never walk alone.